Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Well, hello. Good morning. It's Wednesday, November 8th. Welcome to it. And we have a pretty rainy day today, off and on, 60% chance for rain and a high of 60. Then tonight we're looking at a 60% chance for some more rain with a low down to 47.
Yeah, very nice.
The sun will come out.
Yeah?
Tomorrow. At least that's what they say.
Very nice.
Anyways, let's find out what's happening in the news this morning. And WSJM News brought to you by our friends at Cornerstone Alliance. See GoMichigan.com. Cornerstone Alliance.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Let's roll through election results from yesterday. Yesterday was Election Day, and today, two new faces will join the St. Joseph City Commission. The top three vote-getters in yesterday's election were incumbent Brooke Thomas and newcomers Tess Ulrey and Michael Fernandez. Because they gained the most votes, Thomas and Ulrey have won 4-year terms. Fernandez will serve a 2-year term. Three will take their seats at the next commission meeting on next Monday, and from there, the city commission will appoint one of its own to serve as the next mayor of St. Joseph. In Benton Harbor, Marcus Muhammad handily won re-election. Elected to at-large city commission seats were Edward Isom and Emma Kennard, both by small margins over their challengers. Kennard won his seat by just 3 votes. Sharon Henderson was reelected as commissioner for Ward 1. Satana Warren elected as commissioner for Ward 2. Elsewhere in Berrien County, a school bond proposal in Watervliet was rejected by voters. Weesaw Township voters approved a fire department millage, and Benton Harbor's general operating millage was renewed. In Van Buren County, Annie Brown is the new mayor of South Haven. She edged out Joe Reeser in their election. Elected to the South Haven City Council were Letitia Wilkins, Jeff Arnold, and Mary Hosley. In Hartford, Richard Hall was elected mayor. School bond proposals were approved in Decatur, Hartford, Lawrence, and Gobles, and a fire millage was also approved in Gobles. The U.S. House of Representatives has voted to censure fellow Michigan Democrat Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib for her rhetoric about the ongoing Israel-Hamas war. A final vote on the measure took place last night. Supporting Tlaib's censure was Congressman Tim Walberg, who opposed a previous effort to censure her. Walberg says this time around, Tlaib posted a video using a phrase widely known as a genocidal call to arms on Twitter. The video posted November 3rd shows footage of the war and protests around the U.S. against Israel. Tlaib commented,
Mr. President, the American people are not with you on this one. We will remember in 2024.
Walberg says he previously defended Tlaib's right to free speech, but her video calls for violence. He goes on to say that despite her claim, this phrase is not an aspirational call for peaceful coexistence, especially as it was shown shortly after another slogan, "No peace on stolen land." Walberg also called on Governor Whitmer to condemn the genocidal and anti-Semitic language used at a rally on October 10 in Dearborn, just a few days after the Hamas rampage in Israel that killed more than 1,400 people. Congressman Bill Huizenga also joined Walberg in censuring Tlaib. Benton Harbor City Commissioners have approved a resolution of support for the Berrien County Trails Master Plan, but now without some discussion. At a Monday meeting, they were asked to express support for the Friends of Berrien County Trails document. However, Commissioner Mary Alice Adams questioned why the commission would back such a plan when the city has its own master plan that covers the trails. She wondered if this is a pretext for a takeover of the Benton Harbor trail assets.
Something about this just don't look right. And it looks like we turning something over to, we're partnershiping with all of these communities. Where's their money within the pie?
Assistant City Manager Alex Little says this is only to give the Friends of Berrien County Trails support as it seeks grants to expand and connect trails.
There's no property being exchanged as a part of this. Nobody's plan is being negatively impacted as a result of this.
Little said the Friends of Berrien County Trails created its master plan to meet a condition laid out for many grants and that the recipient have a master plan. Commissioner Juanita Henry said Benton Harbor's trails don't connect to the trails of other communities. In the end, the commission did approve the resolution to support the trails plan, with Commissioners Henry and Ethel Clark Griffin voting no. And St. Joseph Today is planning to kick off its annual winter celebrations this month. Events manager Danielle Crevier tells us that November 17 will be the day for 3 big events: Luminaries, Window Wonderland, and Countdown to New Year. She says Window Wonderland was moved up this year.
Previously, Window Wonderland was that first weekend in December, but we moved it up to Luminary a couple weeks early because the downtown merchants and the storefronts, they just decorate early in November to mid-November. So we really wanted to give them some extra love as they reveal those windows.
Downtown businesses create displays in their front windows for all to enjoy. Meanwhile, luminaries always attract a large crowd. Crevier says St. Joseph Today works with partners to get the whole downtown basking in warm light.
We've got just over 1,000 luminaries that will go out throughout downtown, along State Street and the side streets. We've got across on Main on the east side by the market and Silver Harbor Brewing as well. And then usually Silver Harbor does the stairs. So it is just a beautiful night to come downtown and walk around.
Danielle says the countdown to New Year kicks off on November 17. And as part of that promotion, you can drop off your receipt from any St. Joe Today member business and be put in the running for a gift card.
Nice.
That's kind of a nice thing.
Yeah.
Countdown runs through December 17. The events on November 17 start at 5 p.m. and preview more fun heading into December with Light Up the Bluff. That is set for December 1st.
Ooh.
So the Light Up the Bluff. I think they're already starting to put stuff in place there.
I was just talking with somebody about that yesterday, that because the weather's been pretty nice. So
Yeah.
a lot of the crews have been setting a lot of that
Yep.
stuff up ahead of time. Like we mentioned yesterday, that this week might be a good idea to at least set your outdoor Christmas decorations up, because I feel like the colder, rainy weather is coming here very soon.
Yeah, I mean, Halloween put the thrill of winter into everyone. So
a little bit of the scare too of the it's coming.
Yeah. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
What's also coming up is sports. We'll check in with Dave Wolf in just a little bit. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the nation and the world with ABC News.
Your voice, your vote. Democrats scoring big at the polls on Election Day. The battle's driven by abortion rights. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
In Virginia last night, Democrats were able to hold on to their majority in the state Senate and flip control of the House after emphasizing abortion access, while Republicans rallied around Governor Glenn Youngkin's push for a 15-week partial abortion ban. In deep red Kentucky, Democratic Governor Andy Beshear fended off Republican challenger Daniel Cameron. Democrats not so lucky in Mississippi, where Brandon Presley, the second cousin of Elvis Presley, conceded to incumbent Governor Tate Reeves.
Big story in Ohio as well. Voters overwhelmingly approving an amendment to the state constitution that would ensure access to abortion. According to exit polls in that state, about 60% of voters said they were dissatisfied or angry about the Supreme Court ruling that overturned Roe v. Wade. Overwhelming majorities of young voters, those under 30, say they voted in favor of abortion access. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Your sports update on the morning show is brought to you by True Blue Financial. Independent, uncomplicated, dedicated.
College basketball on Tuesday night. Oliver Nakumwa had 25 points and Doug McDaniel had 22 to give Michigan a 99-74 win over UNC Asheville in the Wolverines season opener. Women's college basketball tonight, it's Oakland at Michigan State at 6:30. In the NHL last night, the Red Wings followed the New York Rangers 5-3. NBA tonight, it's Utah and Indiana at 7 o'clock. Phoenix is at the Bulls at 8 o'clock, and the Pistons are on the road at Milwaukee also at 8 o'clock. In college football last night, Hayden Wolf.
All right. Good morning, all the people watching on the live stream.
Hello.
You're having a good start to your day.
Hello.
A bit of a rainy one. Probably going to need the umbrella. At least have that handy. For do you have a car umbrella?
No.
Or do you just have the umbrella that sometimes goes into the car if it's too rainy?
I have had several umbrellas over the years, and I currently do not have one. Well, no, I take that back. I do have a golf umbrella in a closet somewhere.
But that's a good size one.
That's a huge one.
Yeah, that's the massive one that
It's got
like
the big
hooks to
wooden
the bag.
handle. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like the little tiny collapsible ones.
Those are good. They're making those better.
Yeah.
I think they use Kevlar now.
Oh, really?
Just because, I mean, they're the little ones used to be like one-use umbrellas.
Oh,
and
yeah.
fall apart.
If it was a windy day,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't have to be a crazy windy day. If it was a windy day at all,
Yeah.
like 5-mile-an-hour winds, all of a sudden that thing flips inside out and then goes flying.
Yeah. Yesterday, you and I were talking about, or maybe was it yesterday? I don't know. Sometime this week, I feel like we were talking about video games turned into movies.
Yeah.
Was that Monday?
Yep. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday. Yeah.
Anyway, and I saw this come out yesterday. Legend of Zelda is going to be a new movie.
Yeah, you asked that question of, is there a Zelda movie? And I figured there was one at least sometime in the 80s or 90s because they were jumping on that video game train at one point.
Nintendo has confirmed that it is working on a live action adaptation of The Legend of Zelda.
Nice.
So,
I think they made a big deal with one of the movie companies because they've got the Mario movie that just came out, but I think there's a bunch of other ones that are in the hopper or whatever they say.
They should do one with Duck Hunt.
That would be great.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Make the dog the star of the movie.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be long. Maybe a short, like how Pixar has all the shorts. I would love to watch a Nintendo short of Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Because I've always wondered, that dog, he's always happy. He's always he's always grinning and laughing.
Yeah.
Maybe he really doesn't want to Duck Hunt. Maybe he has other aspirations in life.
The Legend of Zelda movie will be directed by Wes Ball, who's best known for his Maze Runner trilogy.
Ooh.
And the upcoming Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I've seen trailers for that.
Yeah.
That looks good.
The newer Planet of the Apes movies I've not watched. The latest ones that have come out in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch them because they look good. They look really good.
Yeah, they look a little darker, a little more sinister,
a little intense.
Yeah,
for sure.
Kind of like the Marvel Marvel universe kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what they feel like.
Anyway.
Let's see. Zelda creator Shigeru Miyamoto will serve as the producer of that movie.
Okay.
Much as he did on the animated Super Mario Brothers movie.
Which that one was great.
Yeah.
If you haven't had a chance to watch it, worth watching it if you're a kid or an adult or a kid at heart.
The Legend of Zelda.
All right. Looking forward to that. Let's get back to the show here.
Okay.
Is to donate your vehicle. A full-service garage with a big purpose. NewHeightsAutoservices.com.
Cloudy and breezy today. We're going to see scattered rain showers off and on. High temperatures are going to be in the lower to middle 50s. It will be warmer just to our south. Then tonight, we'll see scattered showers continue. We drop down to 47. And then for Thursday, we're back to seeing some sunshine and high temperatures at 53. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
Good morning. You can be part of the show anytime. You can call 925-WSJM. You can email letstalk@WSJM.com. You can also comment on our live stream. We are on our Facebook and YouTube right now if you want to come hang out and see how get a look under the hood of this fine award-winning program.
And get exclusive content. Like we just talked about something. Oh, we can't tell you what it was.
Yeah, no,
we just talked about some movie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, you probably look under the hood and like, man, or you walk by or you're listening in your car and I'm like, man, has that thing got a Hemi? Because that is boom, boom. Yeah. That's what we do. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Just trying to make a connection
just
to
riffing there,
really cool cars.
Oh, okay.
And things like that.
I was looking at really cool cars a second ago. There's an untouched 1993 Porsche 911.
Nice.
Up for auction.
Wow. Untouched?
Untouched. It's got 17. This must be in Europe somewhere because they said it only has 17 kilometers on it.
So it has been touched.
Well, it's been kind of, it hasn't been touched as far as it has the dust on it from a barn.
Mm-hmm.
It's been untouched for years, but 17 kilometers. Oh, yeah. It looks like they'll start the bidding at $2 million US.
Oh, okay. Wow. I always love when they say like, oh, it's never been touched. Well, it's certainly, I don't know how you move 17 kilometers. It was at least touched by whoever was towing that thing.
It rolled somewhere.
Yeah. Did it just roll down the road 17 kilometers? That's a pretty far distance. Wow. Like I saw this on Facebook Marketplace the other day, and it was an advertisement for a dress. Usually people will sell their dresses and their clothing all the time. And it looked kind of like it was like a prom dress or something.
All right.
And there's the headline of the advertisement says, dress never worn. As you know what the first photo is? A person wearing the dress.
It wasn't just a model, just a picture of it in
it
the
was,
catalog.
she tried the dress on. She put it on to show what it looks like.
Well, then it's been worn.
Exactly. That's a ton of people commented. They were like,
these people,
hey, it's where you say it's never worn. It's yeah, you're wearing it right now in this photo.
Did she respond?
I don't know. I never got that far, but I just thought it was funny.
That is fun.
Anyways, let's talk about wine because as we like to give you good news and bad news and really everything in between, you got some bad news for me.
Well, world wine production, people keep an eye on this.
Mm-hmm.
World wine production is expected to fall to its lowest level in 60 years this year. This year, yeah, due to poor harvests in the southern hemisphere, and some of the major European producers are just that they're not able to produce as much as they were in the past.
Just not good yields.
Well, we talked about how some of the climate and some of the floods, et cetera, are affecting the olive oil production.
Right.
Now it's also been affecting the wine production.
Oh, no.
Now, a lot of times they'll overproduce. I was listening to a report on this, and they will overproduce in Europe, and oftentimes just like in the U.S., their farmers there will be paid to destroy their crops or destroy the yield or whatever, just to keep the economic balance of things. But this is the lowest level in 60 years.
That's crazy.
So you're going to see this probably kick in the consumer areas. Initial projections, they say the world wine output, excluding juices and musts, will be between 241 million and 246 million hectoliters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, a hectoliter can fill the equivalent of 133 wine bottles, standard wine bottles.
Okay.
Not the big ones.
Oh,
just
okay.
the small ones.
All right.
Yeah. But anyways, that's like about 6,445 million gallons.
Jeez.
That's the world wine production.
But that's low.
That's low. Yeah. Once again, extreme climate conditions such as early frosts, heavy rainfall, drought have significantly impacted the output of the world vineyard, said the World Wine Organization, which provides data to grape and wine producing countries. There you go.
Wow. Do we know how it is in this area?
Well, I don't know for this area, but they're talking about here's who was hardest hit, between 10 and 30% drop off. Australia, Argentina, Chile, South Africa, and Brazil. They all saw output drop by between 10 and 30%.
Dang.
Italy lost its title as the top world wine producer. Its output fell 12%.
Ouch.
Spain held on to its position as the world's third largest wine producer, but its production fell by 14%.
Man.
So anyway, silver lining is there'll still be wine.
There will still be wine. Yeah, you really probably won't see the effects of it for a little while, but
I don't know. I mean, you might pay a little bit more.
Possibly, end up paying a little bit more for future projections and all that stuff. But I'm curious to see what some of our local farmers, what they're dealing with here in Michigan, because I know when I've talked to fruit farmers, they've had some pretty good yield on a lot of different things, from the apples and like I talked to an apple farmer and he said, I'm like, usually I get now I'm getting like close to a full not a bushel, but it's the big one. What's that called? The big thing, the big crates,
the box
thing. Anyways, they're filling a lot.
Okay.
And they're getting a lot of yield from the apples. So I'm hoping that trickles down to the wine production. But I haven't talked to my wine people lately, but I do know quite a lot of them. So if they want to just text me or give me a call and let me know how their wine production is and how it has been lately.
According to the World Population Review.com, the annual wine production in Michigan is around 2.5 million gallons.
Okay. So that's good.
Well, I mean, we're let's see, seventh. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, seventh in the nation.
Okay.
For wine output. Now, California leads the pack.
Yeah.
They do 680 million gallons. Yeah, we do 2.5 million.
How much do you do?
40 million.
You have your own winery?
Winery? No. Dreams.
Yeah. Turning to another story.
Yes.
Speaking of going down, maybe
Oh,
down the toilet.
Uh-oh.
4 guys were charged on Monday for a theft of a solid gold toilet.
What?
It was taken from the Blenheim Palace. It's a English country
Where do you find this
mansion. It's everywhere, man.
It's a gold
It's in the
toilet?
news. A gold. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
It is pretty sweet.
Is it clean?
It's it's shiny, man. It's
Okay.
18 karat gold.
Wow.
But it was where British wartime leader Winston Churchill was born. Now, not sure if I don't think that toilet was there when Winston Churchill was around. So you can't say, could you sell that toilet and be like, yeah, Winston Churchill sat on this toilet.
That is so weird. I'm looking at a picture of this thing. It's a solid gold toilet. It's shiny. It's not. It
Mhm.
doesn't have that dull gold
Right.
matte finish. It has the shiny on it, and it looks like it's almost in a closet. I mean, it is a water closet.
Yeah, the
but
bathroom is not as luxurious as I was expecting.
not at all luxurious. It just has this amalgam of, I don't know, the Floria color.
Yeah, because
what is that?
It looks like an afterthought bathroom.
That's
like
weird.
oh guys, we need to put a bathroom over here. We don't have any square footage left. Well, we got this weird curvy corner thing.
It's not a straight line.
Yeah, I
in
was
that
I was
place.
expecting it was from, like, when they say a palace, I
Right.
was thinking that the decor and everything around it was going to be much like the solid gold toilet.
Yeah.
It is not. But it's valued at 4.8 million pounds, or translates to $5.95 million.
Wow.
It's artwork, actually, titled, get this, America.
What?
And it was intended as a pointed satire about excessive wealth by an Italian conceptual artist, Maurizio Catalan.
That's weird. So it's a piece of art.
Art installation at the Blenheim Palace near Oxford.
Is it functioning?
Looks like it functions.
Yeah, toilet was fully functional. There
yeah.
it was.
Look at that.
It was connected to the plumbing system and everything. Uh-oh. The toilet's removal caused significant damage and flooding.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they probably didn't shut the water off when they were stealing it.
Such inconsiderate
Yeah.
criminals.
Be courteous. Shut the water off at least, man.
Yeah.
It's right there. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Will they ever see that toilet again? They're not really sure. But these guys have been charged. I didn't see if they said that the toilet has been returned.
Oh, they haven't recovered it?
I don't think so.
Uh-oh. Yikes.
Guggenheim Mansion in New York, where the artwork was installed, was in a bathroom prior to it being shown at the Blenheim Palace. They said it's cast in 18 karat gold.
That's just weird.
Yeah, I was like, really? The display? That's the best display you had? Was maybe the whole area is the display. Maybe that's part of it.
So these 4 guys they're in trouble now because they were art thieves. They stole a
$6 million
toilet.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty big heist.
Mhm.
So as far as like art thievery goes, they're going to be ranked up there with people who tried to steal the Mona Lisa and that kind of thing. I mean,
Right.
What kind of art did you? Oh, I tried to steal a Monet. I tried to steal a Manet.
Oh, I stole a toilet.
I stole a toilet.
Yeah, that's not really that good for you if you're in
that's funny.
in prison. It's like, yeah, what are you in here for? Golden toilet.
We stole a toilet.
Did you at least use the toilet? That's what I would have done. I would have at least used the toilet, then stole it.
You know, you can get one of these at Home Depot for $700 to $800.
A solid gold toilet?
It's probably not real gold,
but it's got gold on it?
Yeah, it's entirely gold.
No way.
Wow. $767.
Well, they should have just done that.
Maybe they were looking for something else.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Maybe they thought it was solid gold, because that would have got some good money.
That's interesting.
A lot of golden nuggets in that toilet. I'll tell you.
Oh,
Hey,
thank
now.
you.
Thank you. I just thought of that.
Thank you.
That's the fine award-winning program and the great jokes that you get here on this show. We'll catch you up with sports, news, and your Bloomberg Market Minute is on the way in just a few.
At Sturgis Bank, it's our people that make the difference. Meet Larry Morrow, Vice President and Mortgage Lender for the St. Joseph Benton Harbor area.
I grew up in community banking, and some of the original folks I started with over 30 years ago has come full circle, and now we're working together at Sturgis, and it's been amazing. In my portfolio and the types of loans I do, I have the ability to do construction loans. Probably in my career, I've done over 300 construction loans, helped many, many families. I've done conventional loans, investment property loans, rural development loans. I have one customer that I helped with, I believe, in 1992 in the Fairplain area, near St. Joe. Since then, they've done 4 more mortgages, and they've been a customer.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, solid gold toilet.
That's so weird. So weird.
Bill says, as we were talking about wineries and wine production, he says over in Pawpaw, they removed several fields of grapes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
When I was a kid, we had a vineyard. It was not wine grapes, it was Concord grapes.
Oh, yum.
So they were great.
Those are so good.
Yeah. So I used to eat them all the time.
Did you eat the skins?
Yep.
Okay. You didn't do the whole push them out and just.
Yeah, usually I popped them out.
Yeah.
But still, sometimes I would eat the skin.
Yeah. They're a little tart sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit.
But they're good.
I love the smell.
Yeah, I was just gonna say in summer months when they're
roll
ready to
down
harvest.
roll down the like
smells
that
so
August kind of when it's starting to warm up, getting real close to harvest and its peak ripeness.
Yeah.
Man, does it smell good?
Yeah, it does.
I would just roll down the windows and get that. That's what they need to do. They need to make an air freshener that is Concord grapes.
Yeah.
Why Welch's has not? I'm sure they do. I'm sure they have one.
That's $1 million idea. You should probably patent.
I just gave that $1 million idea out. Look at that. Jocelyn was mad at me the other day because I keep giving away $1 million ideas. Some of the ones that I've had in the hopper and in my brain for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And she said, "No, you got to stop doing that. You're giving out these $1 million ideas."
Which one? Which $1 million idea?
I can't say now.
Well, you already said it. We'll just go back and listen to the tape.
The ice scraper one about the ice scraper that you can the bag or the holder that you can put on the outside of your car that like either will hang on your side view mirror. So, anyways, she's mad at me because I gave that away. Because I haven't seen it.
You can still mess with that idea a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Patent it, it'll be good. Yeah.
That's the thing, man. When you hold a patent, that's where you make some big money.
Yeah.
When you hold on to a patent for a while,
and somebody wants to make whatever you.
Yeah, exactly. When somebody once you get that, and you're like, then you hold it for a certain amount of time, and people are starting to produce a lot of stuff based off that patent.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's where the money just rolls in.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well.
So behind the scenes, because we talked about it, elections, we in the August primaries, we had to wait what felt like forever to get the results.
Yeah,
remember that?
It was like almost another day at least,
and we got I think almost. Andrew said everything came in by midnight.
Wow, what changed?
I think they're just getting used to the whatever routine they need to get into and do. I think there was some misunderstanding or miscommunication last time of how the results
where
would be.
Stuff goes,
yeah,
and
where it would go, and so this time, hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, it's going to be a good dry run for the busy next year.
Yeah,
that we will have, because I know the clerks are a little bit, I don't know. They're not concerned, but they are just making sure that they enact all the changes appropriately for voters.
Yeah, because there's a lot of process that goes into all that stuff, and they made some changes, so they and they need people to do that.
They do,
and so
a lot of people.
I'm thinking about doing that next year.
What's that?
Being one of the volunteers that helps with the elections.
Because the
last time the last election the primary, they got pizza. So I was like, wait a minute, you guys got free pizza? I'm in.
Here I'm thinking, out of the goodness of his heart, Johnny
I
wants
want
to do his
of course
civic
I want to
duty,
do my civic duty.
Wants to, be among the people, maybe promote the show. No, he's thinking about pizza.
No, if there's pizza, I'm in. So
that'd be fun. Actually, we should do that.
I would like to do that because I don't know I see it, but I don't know the process, and I'd like to know more.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the show.
With Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Just past 7:30. It's Wednesday, November 8th. Today we're dealing with some rain on and off, and that's going to continue pretty much the whole day. High 60 later tonight as well. We got some more rain and a low down to 47. Let's find out what's happening in the news this morning. You good?
Get ready for the news. Yep.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg, taking a look at election results from yesterday. In Benton Harbor, Marcus Muhammad was reelected mayor. Elected to at-large city commission seats were Edward Isom and Emma Kennard, both by small margins over their challengers. Kennard won his seat by just 3 votes over the next top vote-getter, Mary Alice Adams. Sharon Henderson was reelected as commissioner in Ward 1. Satana Warren elected commissioner in Ward 2. 2 new faces will join the St. Joseph City Commission. The top 3 vote getters in yesterday's election were incumbent Brooke Thomas, reelected, and newcomers Tess Ulrey and Michael Fernandez. Because they gained the most votes, Thomas and Ulrey will have 4-year terms, and Fernandez will serve a 2-year term. 3 will take their seats on the next commission meeting, and from there, the city commission will appoint one of its own to serve as mayor. Elsewhere in Berrien County, a school bond proposal in Watervliet was rejected by voters. Weesaw Township voters approved a fire department millage, and Benton Harbor's general operating millage was renewed. In Van Buren County, Annie Brown is the new mayor of South Haven. She edged out Joe Reeser in the election. Elected to South Haven City Council, Letitia Wilkins, Jeff Arnold, and Mary Hosley. In Hartford, Richard Hall was elected mayor. School bond proposals were approved in Decatur, Hartford, Lawrence, and Gobles, and a fire millage was approved in Gobles. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Here in just a few minutes, we'll catch you up with sports, also ABC News. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the state with the Michigan News Network.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth Fisher. Election day results in Metro Detroit will not only shake up local mayor's offices, but also have an effect on power at the state capitol. 2 state representatives will be changing offices. Lori Stone was elected mayor in Warren. Kevin Coleman won his race in Westland. Both are Democrats and must step down from their current seats in the state house. When that happens, the state house will have 54 Democrats and 54 Republicans until special elections are held. The House voted last night to censure Democratic Michigan Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib over her comments about Israel's war with Hamas, critics calling her stance anti-Semitic. Tlaib is the only Palestine American currently in Congress. Traverse City voters chose Amy Shamrow to be the next mayor and supported ballot proposals to fund adding 528 acres to the Brown Bridge quiet area. I'm Beth Fisher for the Michigan News Network.
The rise of COVID-19 brought a rise of scams and theft. Stay immune with these tips. Remember, no trusted source will ask your Social Security, bank account, credit card, Medicare ID, or driver's license numbers over the phone. If someone you don't know asks for money through a payment app or prepaid gift card, say no. Learn more about COVID-19 scams at consumerfinance.gov/coronavirus. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
All contractors working with Michigan businesses can win more projects by including energy-efficient rebates in your proposals. These rebates are provided by Michigan utility companies for contractors and customers completing construction projects using energy-efficient equipment. DNV, our local sponsor, can help you start your rebate journey. Visit dmvtradeally.com to learn how energy-efficient rebates can help you win more bids. That's dmvtradeally.com.
Your voice, your vote. The off-year election results are in, and ABC Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce says,
this was a huge night for Democrats, scoring big wins in several races, proving the political potency of the fight for abortion and giving the party a big boost with the presidential election now just a year away.
It was a victory in Ohio for abortion rights supporters. They voted overwhelmingly in favor of an amendment to the state constitution that will ensure access to abortion. In Virginia, Governor Glenn Youngkin had promised to pass a 15-week abortion ban if Republicans won both houses of the legislature. It turns out Democrats kept control in the state Senate and won back control of the House of Delegates. Andy Beshear won re-election in Kentucky. He is a Democrat. His opponent, Daniel Cameron, had the support of former President Donald Trump and said after conceding,
"Pray for Governor Beshear and his team and for all of our Commonwealth."
With continuing election coverage, I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Monday wasn't the greatest showing by the.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you're having a good start to your day and getting things going and doing all the stuff that you're doing today. But we'll have more discussion in just a little bit.
I was trying to give it a rest because we've been talking about sign stealing almost as much as the election stuff.
Just about. I mean, but more things are coming out. And as we talked about yesterday, today is supposed to be the day where NCAA and Michigan are supposed to figure something out. Some sort of either punishment or...
Oh, really?
I think so. I think they had until Wednesday to sort of answer that.
Well, the Big Ten,
remember, the Big Ten did.
The Big Ten's sent some stuff over to Michigan and said, hey, you got to respond to this.
Right.
And then they were supposed to get back by today sometime. So I assume they're going to drag their feet on it. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they have something out. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything lately as far as any punishment that might come down.
Call up Connor Stallions.
Connor Stallions? Yeah.
He's got to be in the phone book somewhere. Hey, do this.
What, it's Teresa's birthday today.
Teresa,
what?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Wait, we got to sing in harmony.
No.
Got to sing a couple octaves. You go up, I'll go down. To you.
No, you got to be like Michael Scott in The Office. Every time he sang happy birthday, he had to go like a full octave. Happy birthday. Anyways.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. Just you don't remember the episode where Michael was gone and then it left Jim and Dwight in charge, and then Jim decided to take everybody's birthday and put them like everybody had,
that was a mess.
There was like 3 people that had a birthday all in the same month, and he's like, let's just do one party. Let's not do a party every day. Let's do one party.
Yeah.
It did not work out.
No. Hijinks ensued.
My favorite thing about The Office is not even the show, it's the bloopers. I would watch just the bloopers. I don't need to know what's happening in the episode. I don't need to know what's going on with the story. If I just can watch the bloopers, that's all I care about. I think every movie, whether it's, especially when it's a comedy, but I think every movie should have bloopers.
Yes.
Because you know that they're screwing up, they're having a good time, even if it's like a super serious, dramatic scene, they still laugh about it and have fun and can't get through the scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my favorite thing.
I like the super episodes that they have on Peacock where they take what was left on the cutting room floor and put it back in the episode. Those are fun because oftentimes it's edgy, it's a little bit maybe inappropriate for TV at the time. It's fun.
Yeah, I just saw one where it was one of the Christmas episodes, and it was where Michael was Santa and Kevin sat on his lap, and just the funny stuff that was going on for that was great. Like John Krasinski shared it, and he was like, they always like will pan over to me and get my reaction.
Yeah.
And every time they did that, he's just crying, laughing. So yeah, I watch The Office quite a lot. It's one of those shows that I think you can just keep watching. I mean,
oh yeah, no, I've got it
over and over.
I've got it on repeat.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
It's just one to have in the background.
Yeah,
even if you're not even paying attention to it, but you're like, oh yeah, I'll watch this. I don't know what else to watch. I'll just watch an episode of The Office.
Yeah, it's like filler material.
Yeah. Hopefully this show is not filler material for you.
No.
Anyways.
Oh, look at that jacket. That's a nice jacket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Another behind the scenes things is Ken likes to comment on everyone's wardrobe choices on television.
It's interesting.
So it is interesting.
They are cutting edge.
I will say I pay attention to it more now as you've pointed out a lot of the stuff. We're like, oh, that suit. Not a good choice.
Look at those glasses. Oh, did you see this about the pandas leaving the National Zoo?
I just saw it. They popped it up on the news there.
Yeah. I can't remember if I saw the pandas, but I mean, because, they're black and white bears.
Yeah.
They're cute.
Where are the pandas going?
Back to China.
Okay.
They're always on loan.
Okay.
They're always on loan.
Because are they still an endangered?
Oh, probably.
Or maybe they've moved to the next not as endangered.
We can look, but there were only, I think, 4 left in the United States now.
Teresa says that watching The Office and kind of having it on the background, it's one of those, it's like King of Queens. Yeah. You watch it and it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
I like, that show, Mike and Molly, the one that Melissa McCarthy was on.
That sounds familiar.
It's good,
Yeah.
but it just kind of feels like they really liked the formula for King of Queens and, the formula that sitcoms have been using for
ever
since television.
Yeah.
But Mike and Molly kind of seemed like it's very similar to the King of Queens formula. And I was like, it's good. There was some funny moments, but it was like, not a huge fan.
I'm driving Stephanie crazy right now because my filler material when she's not around is to rewatch Breaking Bad.
Oh, of course it is.
Drives her crazy.
What's hers? Does she have one that
she's been watching recently, Found.
What's that one?
That, I think it's one where a young girl was kidnapped or abducted, and fast forward a few decades later, she has now captured her abductor and is keeping him in her basement.
And it's Zach Morris.
To help solve
I saw that. Is that a good show?
I don't know, because she watches it without me.
Dang.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Well, Stephanie, feel free to let us know if that's worth watching, because I've seen it, and I would say that was Mark Paul Gossier or whatever his name is, the Zach Morris. That's what I always call him.
All right.
He is somebody that I think he's underrated, because I think he does a really good job in dramatic roles.
Oh.
And just from the previews alone, I was like, that looks like he's doing a really good job, a really good performance. I got to see that.
Yeah.
So is it worth watching? If anybody else has watched Found, that's on Peacock, right?
I don't know.
You don't know because you don't watch it.
I don't know. I don't watch it. I think we record the episodes.
Jocelyn's go-to is Cops.
Oh, yeah.
There's a cop. If you have Pluto TV, there's a Cops channel.
Oh, my gosh.
That's just nonstop episodes of Cops.
That's just,
it's
how
pretty
many
great.
years has that show
That
been on?
came out, I think, in the late 80s and lasted just until a few years ago.
Is it not still going?
They stopped a lot of the cop shows.
Oh, okay.
That, Live PD, and a couple of other ones. But anyways, got to get back to the show here.
Okay.
SJM Weather You Can Depend On is sponsored by Boss Services, raising the standard for heating, cooling, and electrical in Southwest Michigan. Boss Services.
Cloudy and breezy today. We're going to see scattered rain showers off and on. High temperatures are going to be in the lower to middle 50s. It will be warmer just to our south. Then tonight, we'll see scattered showers continue. We drop down to 47. And then for Thursday, we're back to seeing some sunshine and high temperatures at 53. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Good morning. You can be part of the show anytime. You can always call 925-WSJM. You can email let's talk at WSJM.com. We've been talking about this a lot.
Yep.
It's been in the news just about every single day because there's new developing things going on. What we're talking about is the University of Michigan sign stealing. Do you call it a scandal?
Yes.
Is it considered a scandal yet? Has it reached that status, or is it still a investigation?
Maybe we could stay with the inquiry for now.
Inquiry, yes.
Yeah.
That's been going on, and we're still nothing's really come out as far as punishments, full evidence. So it's still, yes, it's more of an inquiry. They're just still gathering information about all this with the Big Ten, University of Michigan, NCAA is kind of involved in it as well.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you're finding?
Well, I mean, again, because we've been talking about this almost every day, because there's a drip of new information, because there are a ton of sources, namely other football teams, who are more than happy to share information with the media out there on what's going on. Well, now here's an interesting twist we did not see coming. Michigan star running back Blake Corum is denying any business dealings with the former Wolverines analyst Connor Stallions. Well, what business dealings, you might ask?
Yeah.
Apparently, Wyoming state documents were discovered listing Corum, Stallions, and Connor O'Day, whoever that is, as co-organizers of a BC2 Housing LLC. That's the name of the business. Corum was asked by reporters, hey, what's this business that you're involved with Connor Stallions about? And he says, I know exactly what you're talking about. My first time hearing about it was when I went out to practice. First of all, I have no business with him. I don't have any business with Connor or anything like that. But I'm glad whoever found it, whoever was searching the web, was able to find it. I appreciate you. And then he says, my attorneys are on it. He said he talked with his attorneys right before coming out and talking to reporters. He says, we're definitely going to get that figured out right away and get my name taken off, whatever that is.
I'm glad that he didn't say his name wasn't on there, because BC2, pretty obvious. Blake Corum, number 2.
You would think. Yeah. So the LLC came to light as part of a Wall Street Journal investigation concerning the lawsuit filed against Stallions by a homeowners association in Ann Arbor. He's accused of operating an appliance refurbishing business out of his home, which was a direct violation of the HOA's bylaws.
Interesting.
According to the Wall Street Journal's report, the HOA's investigation into Stallions began after dozens of old vacuum cleaners appeared on his front porch, angering neighbors. So what in the world is going on here?
I have no idea.
Vacuum cleaners.
Yeah. I mean, that's a nice little side hobby.
Corum,
You're telling me I can't fix vacuum cleaners for other people?
Corum says that's not really something I'm into. Vacuums aren't my thing. I'm a clean person. I'm not a cleaner. Vacuums aren't my thing. I don't know anything about that, he says.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I remember Connor Stallions is the person who's accused of buying tickets for more than 30 games at 12 of the possible 13 Big Ten stadiums, and 4 tickets to games featuring out of conference college football. Anyway, so it just keeps going on and on and on.
Yeah.
And University of Michigan has until today sometime to get back to the Big Ten about their investigation.
Yeah, they kind of got to the Big Ten ahead of time. I don't know if it's building their case in their favor, but I was reading something that said Michigan sent documents to the Big Ten that the school believes show 3 conference teams engaged in communications about the Wolverines' signals back in 2022. Now, these 3 teams involved Rutgers, Ohio State, and Purdue. Purdue, which faced Michigan back in 2022 for the Big Ten championship game, if you remember that, they received offensive signals from Ohio State and defensive signals from Rutgers, according to the sources. Now, Michigan beat Rutgers 52-17 back on November 5th of last year. They beat Ohio State 45-23 on the 26th, a game that clinched the East Division for the Wolverines. Now, Big Ten source said the league has forwarded any information to the NCAA for possible follow-up. Now, it's unknown whether the signal sharing between league teams violates the Big Ten sportsmanship policy or any NCAA rules, but the information passed along is not expected to impact the Big Ten's potential discipline for Michigan under that sportsmanship policy.
So they're basically saying, I may have a rock in my hand and I may have thrown it at that window, but all these other guys did the same thing. My buddies here.
Yeah, and they all have rocks and some dirt on their hands. Now, NCAA rules do not prohibit in-game signal stealing, but they do bar schools from off-campus scouting in advance of games, which is really the big thing that everybody's talking about.
I'm still curious about the vacuum cleaners.
Yeah.
What
that
in the
doesn't
world
make any sense.
What's going on there?
Yeah, that's a deep dive. And that's,
I mean, what you're afraid of is, did somebody create a shell corporation for the purposes of putting money somewhere for some reason?
Exactly.
And how does it have connections to both Wyoming, Connor Stallions, the running back, and I don't know, vacuum cleaners being delivered in Ann Arbor?
Yeah, somebody somewhere is got a lot of red yarn and a bunch of pictures, and they're just connecting the dots here.
How did you see my office?
Exactly. The conspiracy theorists are probably loving this. But in the end, we as college football fans, and if you're a Michigan fan, you just want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You want to, if there's going to be punishment of some kind, just bring down the hammer, figure it out, tell us what's going on. But of course, as it is an inquiry, it's still investigating.
Yeah.
The branches keep branching out into different things. So we'll certainly keep our eye on it, but hopefully. So today was supposed to be the deadline. Big Ten was supposed to, and Michigan were supposed to come up with something, right?
That's right, because Michigan football reportedly served notice of a potential disciplinary action from the Big Ten. They had until today to respond to it. We'll see if they do, and how long it takes us to get that, because a lot of stuff been in this investigation has been leaked.
As this continues to build, I feel like the answering of the phone calls from the NFL, or more calls are probably coming in to Jim Harbaugh about, hey,
oh yeah,
you want to just come on over here? I mean, he may still have to, if there is some sort of suspension, he may still have to serve that in the NFL.
I was talking to Bob Buchholz about this yesterday, and I said, if I'm Jim Harbaugh's agent, I'm loving this, because he's got the most name recognition anywhere.
Oh yeah,
people inside, outside the NFL, everywhere knows who Jim Harbaugh is because of the sign stealing stuff and his great football.
Yeah,
but if he's the bad boy, and I mean, I think it just brings him up.
Yeah,
brings him up.
Yeah, he knows
but Bob
the football.
Bob thought, well, I don't know. I mean, if you know Jim Harbaugh, he might just want to stick it to him and stay in, stay at University of Michigan.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But the writing's kind of on the wall with some of this stuff, because there is some opportunities in the NFL that are opening up. Like the Raiders.
I was going to say LA Raiders, or Las Vegas Raiders.
He used to coach there.
Yeah.
He had success when he was there.
Yeah.
They just fired their coach, so potential opening there. Chicago Bears, who he played for, possible chance they get rid of their coach this season. So there's some really good opportunities popping up for him. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
No, sorry. I mean, it came to me because you were talking about the Cubs making some management.
The Cubs got
rid
of their
fun
manager.
If a football coach went to baseball, wouldn't that be fun? Couldn't he do it? I mean, you've seen sports players, football players, Bo Jackson for one, go from football over to baseball.
I was going to say the only
could a coach do the same thing?
The only thing that makes sense is I could see Deion Sanders, if it doesn't work out in college football, for him to just jump over to baseball because he's literally good at everything.
Yeah.
Marketing himself to playing football to playing baseball. But yeah, I would love to see that. But
that could be fun.
That would be interesting. Like a trade.
Yeah.
All of a sudden the Chicago Cubs trade for Jim Harbaugh to coach for them.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Anyway, we'll keep an eye on it.
That's a sports ball at a totally different level. But yeah, Jim Harbaugh, he's a footballer. He does the football better than all the footballs.
Yeah.
We'll catch you up with your Moody on the Market update here in just a few minutes. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar,
everybody wishing Teresa happy birthday on our Facebook page.
Yay.
Teresa's laughing and says somebody needs to go get a job. I don't know if that was pertaining to the fact that Blake Corum has a side business of vacuum cleaner repair. So anyways, Yeah, that this whole thing is just getting out of hand.
It's just getting weird. Well, what I wonder is, are okay, all bets are off,
Yeah.
or whatever it is when you say, okay, you're talking about me, I'm going to start talking about you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're starting to defend themselves on certain stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think? What do you think about Patrick Dempsey?
Oh, sexiest man alive. I would say he's the sexy man, but sexiest man alive. I don't know. He is McDreamy, so I don't know. Anybody else? Your thoughts? Him being named the sexiest man alive for this year by People Magazine.
I mean, he even admits, I peaked years ago. What are you doing?
All right, let's get to your Moody on the Market update.
9 WSJM.
You know, if you're not watching our live stream, you're missing out on exclusive content. We were just talking about the sexiest man alive, which
debatable.
Newsflash, not me, but I was up there. I didn't win, but I was up there.
You know, if they had gotten Pedro Pascal as the sexiest man alive, a lot of people do think I look like Pedro Pascal. That's all I got to say.
Who is this? A lot of people.
Tons of people. Take a poll. They're the same people who nominate the program for awards.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro
right.
Pascal.
I'll believe you. No, I won't. Your Moody on the Market update is brought to you by your friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
And now open Weird Things 1.
Ooh.
Isn't that fun?
I'm intrigued.
It's a new antique mall.
Okay.
Which Chris Siriano admits new antique is a bit of an oxymoron, but it's the right description for Weird Things 1, a new collection of antique dealers in South Haven. Located at 9145 M140 in South Haven, Siriano describes Weird Things 1 as a familiar passion that's likely the foundation of his future. He says it's a venture between himself and Allie, his daughter. They're doing this together. It's a combination of really cool, weird antiques, Victorian items, wood carvings, beautiful, wild artwork, and twisted junk. It's a cool place. I mean, you think about it in the economy right now. For many, it's difficult.
Yeah.
And some people are wondering what's going to happen next. But he actually, he's opened this one, and he's planning to open a couple of others.
Yeah, he says they've got 20 vendor spaces, currently designing a modest expansion as well. And it's going to be, I think, a really cool place. I just hope they have, like, if you ever watch Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah.
When the first thing I thought of when you said weird antiques was, have you ever seen a lot of the, I wouldn't call them sculptures, but sort of like paintings that they do with human hair?
Oh.
It's bizarre.
I have not seen that.
It's really cool looking, but it's really bizarre. But those go for like very, very expensive. So very high priced items. So not sure if they have that there, but I'm sure they have a lot of other cool stuff.
Do they have scrimshaw? I wonder if they have scrimshaw.
What's scrimshaw?
That's the little like carvings for the boat things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like very intricate little carvings in a small scale. Scrimshaw.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's fun stuff.
I don't know if they do.
But so thinking about the economy, he has 20 vendor spaces at this Weird Things 1, and he's filled all of them already, and he's already planning a modest expansion there at that South Haven location. They are also going to go into Eau Claire.
Nice.
And that will be open, he says, before Christmas.
Ooh.
And then they're going to open a third location, he says, by spring of 2024.
That's awesome.
So you can read all about this information, this article at moodyonthemarket.com. A lot of good information there.
Yeah, check that out and all the other stories as well. And on our Moody on the Move series and our awards program too. You can check it out at moodyonthemarket.com and the app. Your update brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
We're watching over you, IMS Insurance.
All right, everybody. Drinking lots of water there. Ken, has we didn't touch on this, but has the stone passed or stones?
Have I thrown any stones yet? No.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
We'll keep our eyes on it.
Yeah.
Well, we won't, but you will. All right, everybody. That about does it for us. Still got another hour of the show left, but if you want to join us on the radio, you can. But we'll join you again on the live stream tomorrow.